Hi everyone. A lot of people have been asking what we're at just this time of the year, and I know I made a wee bit of a video last night live on Facebook looking at some of our DVDs and stuff, but it's that time of the year where we're getting stuff cleaned down and in for the winter. A lot of interest in this old girl here, the Fast Track. We've given her a few runs, we've looked at a few of the issues. We know what we need to do. We think, we hope. She's slipping in the rabbit. We'll maybe make a wee video at some point and show you about that there, but she's 100% in the tortoise, and with a bit of an idea that was a wee issue. We don't mind having a few wee issues if we can sort them out. Over on top of the Jenny there, if we can point up in there, still the shaft needs sorted out. An awful lot of people asking us what we're doing with this old girl here, the Massey. Well, the bottom line with the Massey is we bought her. She was a very straight tractor, appeared to be very straight. To be honest, was driving nice. It was really faultless from what we could see. No, there was no issue there at all. But us being us on an old tractor like that there, and a sort of part of the GRASSMEN plan is to, before we just throw paint on them, now this has been learned from experience, before we throw paint on them, we want to just open them up, make sure roughly where we're at. Mostly the usual things. Alan come up, as you can see, this is Alan's van here. He is the man in a very big white van, and he's come up. He's the GRASSMEN resident mechanic now. He lives so far away, and he's been working through the big 3690. Lots of usual wee things like pipes, old pipes off, new pipes on. We got her tuned up, took her out, run her a day on the harvester, which you can see peeking over me there in the very corner. Run her a day on the harvester, and you know what? She run really well. But we just wanted to make sure. So we split her. And when we split her, Alan, say hi.
Hello.
And when we split her, did we find a few gremlins?
Few little problems, nothing major.
Nothing major.
There was a little oil leak.
A little oil leak. There's always a little oil leak.
The oil leak came from a seal.
Yes.
But ultimately the problem was the splines on the input shaft into the clutch.
Yeah, let me see if I can spin the old cam around there and we can get a look at that. Yeah. Now these shafts, if I turn that there.
Don't dirty.
Don't dirty my hands, I don't want to get my hands dirty. Hold that up there.
So the splines are worn, and the collar was worn also. I can find the collar somewhere.
What is that? Oh, on my hand.
Dirt. Foreign object. So the collar was worn as well. What is it you do at that stage? Gary doesn't like.
Go guy.
Gary doesn't like Massey's, that's all that's wrong with Gary. So we said we better change that little hub on the flywheel, and we got a complete second-hand clutch unit.
Now, was there any issues with the clutch unit when we dug deeper?
No, not really, but just somebody had been out tinkering and made a little plate.
They've done a good job with this now, in fairness.
To be fair, I've seen some rash work, but that's pretty good. Like.
And as I say, yeah, that was found inside. But as I say, the tractor was running nice. We had put her to work before that. But we're glad we investigated. We hopefully have that a wee bit under control now. It's not the first time we've been caught out, Alan.
No, it's not the first time I got caught out either.
What about you guys? Is it the first time you've been caught out?
No, once a week, every week, hey.
But the reality here, folks, is simple. You don't know what you're buying. When you buy something that's been done a few hours, it's a modern classic or whatever, you could get problems. And just for us, we would rather take our time, should it take a wee while, and as we can afford to do it and do it right.
Do it properly.
Gary, what's the plans for the 36 since you had to buy her?
I'm getting the blame forever in this one. He buys all
Only the ones that mechanically need fixed.
He's responsible for the match. You don't get me under the bus there.
I'm going to claim to the next one, but I'm not talking about it just yet. But all joking aside, here she is, Alan. Are you happy with her, apart from that problem?
Yeah, it's a good tractor. The engine is plenty of power. Everything seems okay. Cab is actually very straight.
There was one other issue at your hand there.
Yeah. Four-wheel drive shaft, it's always a problem. Every tractor really suffers the same kind of problem.
She's
It's slightly worn.
slightly worn in the splines.
So we have to do a little bit of work with that.
But other than that,
Other than
the plan is we get her fixed up mechanically. Then, Gary, we are going to get a new set of rims, I think, at this stage.
Yep.
We have been chatting to, now, it's early days to be saying this, but we've been chatting to Continental tyres. Not Midas.
Yeah.
Continental are back in the game, and we're going to be brave. And we tried to talk them into a bit of a deal too. We're not going to lie about that, but we're going to try a set of Continentals on here, much to Alan's distaste. What did you want on?
Courtesy.
I
get a set, yeah.
And so we're going to get a set of rims, get the Continental tyres onto her,
Wider.
see how they do. It's going to beef her up, yeah. We need to get her beefed up a wee bit.
Bit of lipstick on it.
Bit of lipstick.
Bit of makeup.
She'll go up to brother Johnny Blakely, and hopefully in the new year she will be alongside the 47 as a fully restored project. But we're taking our time. Alan has a few new pipes made up there today, and that's what we're working on. And once we finish this one off, then we will turn our attention to the yellow one. So that's why we haven't seen too much about it yet. And that
the yellow bus that I get through under.
now he's not the type to be talking about throwing under buses in Ballymena. So that is the plan. People are asking. We're only too happy to try and explain what's going on in the background. So other than that, everything seems to be right, correct, and working in the Massey. She's a lovely, clean old girl, really, inside the cab. Datatronic, everything like that is working. She's a fairly good, clean example. So we are looking forward to getting working. Alan said the main issue that we're having is Valmet's too much for the rest of our development power. You know, if it had been Perkins, she would never have managed to create that sort of issue. I don't know. So there we go. We'll hopefully get a big set of solid rims, get her up onto 650s or 710s, we don't know yet, and sort it out in the front, and she should be looking like a new pin. So watch this space, folks.